we're going to consent calendar, and I do have comments on this. So do I have to pull it to make comments on it?
Yes, you'll need to pull the item.
Okay. So I'm going to pull the item, the pavement management program from the consent calendar so we can discuss it.
Okay.
Okay. The reason I'm pulling this, about a few years ago, has been around my neighborhood, the pavement slowly redoing. And I was just curious, what is the procedure as, what's the contractor like scope of work? Like what's the procedure? How do they do it? Do they come in and they just scrape it? What do they do, if anyone knows?
Yeah, I can answer that question. So this project is to do slurry seal and fog seal on neighborhood streets and some arterial roads. So this is just going to be a surface applied product. So it's going to be very thin product that will be applied to the surface of the roads. In some areas that have some localized cracks or that are in much worse condition than others around them, then we can do what's called patching, which we would dig down the pavement, and again, just some localized areas, about 3 inches, and then pave those spots only, and then come in with the slurry seal and the fog seal to cover the entire street and make it look all uniform.
Mm-hmm. So my concern were the cracks. There was grass and plants growing through the cracks. And what I've witnessed is that the contractor did not scrape or remove the cracks. Pretty much they just painted or put a slurry seal over the grass and the plants, did not seal any cracks. And actually, I think this was even better for the plants and the grass because it was like a fertilizer. So it was growing even better after they put the seal over. So I'm just curious, is there a QA, QC? I mean, I know the quality control needs to be done by the contractor. So obviously they didn't do that. Is there that the city does the quality assurance afterwards to make sure that we don't spend all the money and they just paint without doing 100% of the job?
Yes, Chair Goken, this is Hossein Ajida. I can probably respond. So do you recall when this project was done, last year or?
I think it was around election time. So it was about 2 years ago, before election, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be happy to follow up on this one because this team, including Imad and my team, Transportation Engineering, we do the design. So when the project goes to construction, CM&I, another department, basically oversees the project to ensure the quality of work, and they are basically the ones who inspect and provide construction management. So I can follow up with the CM&I and see if they had any notes. Typically, in these cases, as you said, the contractor is supposed to seal the cracks. Obviously, we have certain thresholds. If the cracks are wider than certain width, then they have to seal them, or like Imad mentioned, if it's the road is heavily cracked, alligator, then what we call this basically patching, to make sure once we put this slurry seal, we won't end up with reflective cracks. With that being said, this is, like Imad said, this is really a thin layer of material. It's typically used as preservation seal to make sure the asset is preserved. It doesn't really add or fix distresses in the pavement. But with that being said, if there were significant cracks, the contractor were supposed to basically address them before they're applying slurry seal. So we'll be happy to follow up with CM&I, Construction Management and Inspection Department, to see if they have any notes or any information on that one. But this team really does not provide any construction management or inspection over the contractor. We'll be in charge of the design.
Okay, yeah, I mean, going forward, I know going back 2 years ago, there's no reason to go back, but if you can discuss it with, and bring the concerns to the CM or whoever is taking care of the QA part of it, I think that will be good.
Absolutely, we'll be happy to do that.
Thank you. Commissioner Linky, and then I see 4 more hands. So let's start with Commissioner Linky.
And so I also had a question on this project. I know that once it's done, the stripes are gone and restriping is done. So I feel that if any restriping is done that would affect mobility or safety, that it'd be appropriate for our commission to review those plans. For example, if lanes are being narrowed or widened, or bike lanes, you know, or for adding bike lanes and whatnot. So I don't know if this is just a general overview and we'll be seeing the projects in the future, if we've already seen them, or if we can just get some detail on what restriping might be done.
Yes, as you mentioned, this is a kind of early opportunity for us to get the commission's feedback. We provide the list of streets that are going to be resurfaced. So what we would like to hear from the commission is if you have any early feedback for us, that would be great. Our team is in the process of finalizing the plans. Once we have finalized the plans, when I say us, I'm referring to transportation engineering. We are basically managing the payment management program. Then the striping plans go to traffic engineering team, and they will have the opportunity to review and comments on the striping. So we will be bringing back this item to the commission after traffic engineering team has reviewed and basically made comments. So this commission will have another opportunity to look at the plans. But like I said, we will welcome any early feedback or concerns that you may have. So we will be considering them in preparing and finalizing the striping plans.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Vice Chair Perez.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I guess just the question is, do we have like a city link or a log for the community to address these issues, or like an online service request? Or
in general, yeah, we have opportunities for the residents to kind of call and report any specific or potholes or concerns to the city. But if you're referring to like public outreach for this specific project, that has not started yet. So typically we do that before construction starts.
I think it would be the first part in regards to if there's any issues, like if Chair Gokin was mentioning if there's like some issues with QA or QC to take a look at. If we could get like a little bit more information on what that link is for any like service requests or concern logs or anything like that, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I can provide that link. You know, the city provides, I think it's text messages or phone number, and residents can call and report any issues with pavement.
Perfect, thank you.
There is through the city website. You can go on the city website and submit in your requests. And there's also the City of Carlsbad app, the Service Now app. You can go on there and submit in your requests. You can submit a picture with your request, with your phone number, any contact information, whatever it may be, sidewalk, roads, street lights, vegetation that's overgrown, any requests like that. You can do that through the city website or through the app.
Perfect. Thanks for the plug.
Sure.
And actually, just on a follow-up to that note, Hossein, can you transmit to the commission the link to that app just to follow through with that item?
Absolutely.
And thank you, Imad. I appreciate that description.
Okay, I see Ms. Gomez came on.
Hi, just wanted to pass on that in addition to what Imad had said, the app used to be called At Your Service, but we have transitioned last month into Carlsbad Connects, which has had a soft launch. So that is the public-facing application that can be used to report any pavement deficiencies.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Pensier, you had comments?
It's pretty similar to what Commissioner Linky had asked. I think it would be helpful for us to see a summary of any changes that are proposed to be made that could improve the striping for widening bike lanes, that sort of thing. Anything that would add visibility to crosswalks, anything that would improve MMLOS. And is that's going to be done by traffic engineering? Is that right? Or
Yes, we'll be basically preparing the striping plans based on the existing condition, basically what is in place. Then we'll provide the plans to traffic engineering team, and they will basically note on any opportunities to modify striping. So, and then we are planning on bringing back this item to you for final review and approve. But like I said, we will welcome any early comments that you can provide today. You have the list of the projects and the locations. So if any specific concerns or suggestion you may have, I'm sure traffic engineering team will be happy to hear it, so they will implement in the final consideration.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Commissioner Linky.
So I think one example is the narrowing of traffic lanes on arterials. And I think that the current policy is that we're going from perhaps 12-foot lanes to 11-foot lanes. And then if you have 3 lanes, you can add a 3-foot total buffer to the bike lane. And that is something that I think I support, but probably not going narrower than that on the main arterials, the main roads. And I think that's one example, but I think that's sort of the current standard is what the city is doing, is going to 11-foot travel lanes. But I would say personally that I wouldn't want them to go smaller than that. But it gives the bicyclist an extra 3 feet of buffer, which is good.
Okay.
Thank you.
If nobody else has comments, can someone make a motion to approve the item?
Just to add, Jonathan Shabal, our senior engineer, just put in the chat the phone number and the email address to Street Maintenance and Traffic Division, and also a link to Carlsbad Connect app, so everyone can see that in the chat box. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you. That's what I'm actually writing down, all the information.
And Mr. Ajide, can we also follow up with an email to our commissioners as well on that?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Linky.
I move that we support staff's recommendation to implement the pavement management program for fiscal year 2020-21 slurry seal and fog seal project, CIP number 6001-21SS.
Second that.
Okay, please note that Commissioner Lincoln made the motion to approve staff's recommendation and Commissioner Hunter seconded. Let's go for a vote.
Commissioner Wanamaker,
Aye.
Commissioner Linky,
Aye.
Commissioner Fowler,
Yes.
Commissioner Pensiers,
Yes.
Commissioner Hunter,
Yes.
Vice Chair Perez,
Yay.
Chair Goken.
Yes. Please note it passed unanimously.